According to the timeline in the warrant, Jones came and went.
Hey, Shalom, Israel. Little technical difficulties. I guess the first story brought out was too real for the people. So somebody tried to flag it. So yeah, if I could, you go ahead and go to that next story.
Come, sir. This is from Channel 11 News, Houston, Texas. Police looking for suspect in intentional murder of ex-girlfriend's 9-year-old daughter.
Come.
Police say Kylie Sorrells was shot last night in the Heights, and he is on the run. Her mother was also shot and wounded. The little girl died after she and her mother were shot in a domestic disturbance in the Heights area late Monday night.
Remember we brought out a class a couple of weeks ago for the Passover about the women was all the women was getting killed because of child support. Now it's back. It's back. It's back again. You feel me? Over adultery. Go ahead.
The little girl died after she and her mother was shot in a domestic disturbance in the Heights area late Monday night, according to Houston police. Jones, 22, is charged with capital murder in the case, HPD said, but he's still on the run. The victim has been identified as 9-year-old Kylie Sorrells. Her mom said the Windsor Village Elementary School student was a good basketball player who loved to make TikTok videos. She was also on a program with the Houston Police Department. The senseless act of domestic violence hits home for me and the HPD family. The sweet child was a student and member of our police activities lead program. Police Chief Troy Finner said, "Please pray for this angel, a mother and a family." Monday night shooting happened right before 10 p.m. at a third-floor apartment at Camden Heights, just off of Oxford Street. Houston police said the officers responded to a domestic disturbance call involving a child's mother and Jones. When officers arrived, they found Kylie shot in the head and her mother, Brittany Sorrells, with a gunshot wound to the shoulder.
Now, is what her baby father did so bad? Now is what this woman's baby father did so bad? I know at the time it was bad. He was having sex with the girl down the street. He was texting his ex on Facebook. It seemed bad at the time. Now is it so bad now? That your new boyfriend killed your daughter? Your new boyfriend kills your daughter because you was mad that your old boyfriend had another woman? Or because he couldn't keep a job? Or he was locked up in prison? Is it so bad now? Is what he did so bad now? You go ahead.
Police said the little girl was pronounced dead at the hospital. The mother was treated at the hospital, then released. Investigators said Sorrells was in the apartment with the 3 children at the time of the shooting. Along with Kylie, there was a 7-year-old girl and a 1-year-old girl. Police said Sorrells was living with a male cousin who was downstairs talking to a friend when her ex-boyfriend showed up at the apartment. The victim had dated the suspect for 8 months.
8 months. You got all these kids by some other men. This new dude that you wanted. You wanted this new dude. You wanted to commit adultery. You felt like your other baby daddies wasn't worth it. They wasn't perfect enough. What the song? You ain't gotta be perfect. No. You just gotta be worth it. And you left your exes for the new guy that you known for 8 months. And he killed your daughter. He shot her in the face. Go ahead.
The victim had dated the suspect for 8 months, but the relationship ended 2 months ago. They added that Sorrells had already filed reports against him. Jones has a criminal record and was already out on bond for felon and possession of a firearm. The cousin alerted the mother that the ex-boyfriend was there and that he looked upset. However, the suspect was able to gain access to the apartment right away since the cousin left the door unlocked after going in and out. At the time, the 3 girls were inside the bedroom watching TV when the suspect came in and was upset that the mother might be talking to other men since their breakup.
He might be doing what? She might be doing what?
Talking to other men since the breakup.
She's talking to other men. This bitch is a hoe. Rest in peace, rise again to this young baby that died because her mama was a hoe. Let's call a spade a spade. These women have been getting people killed. Have people been since Cain and Abel. We brought that in the Sabbath service. Since Cain and Abel. Black women have been getting people murdered. Women in general. We ain't gonna just do it. We ain't gonna do our sisters like that. We're just gonna say women in general. Women in general have been getting people murdered because they emotional and they lustful creatures. And she got her daughter killed because she liked talking to other men. She don't even got her own house. She lived with her cousin. It ain't like she balling. She lived with her damn cousin. Go ahead.
It's like I said, if I could. See, at one time, this guy was the other man.
Mm-hmm. He was the other man, just like Trouble was the other man. Then he thought he boosted up when he slept in her bed, and then her husband came in and killed him. You got to watch the first class. The first part of the class, we had to make 2 parts because the white man's the devil.
That's right.
But yeah, this article we bringing out in this part of the class is about a woman that wanted to be a hoe, and now her daughter's dead because of it. Point blank, period. That's the moral of the story. You go ahead.
The suspect then ripped the TV off the wall and left the bedroom.
You know they love them splash screens. Go ahead.
The police said the mother followed him into the living room as they continued to argue. The man asked for her phone.
Wanted her phone. What is up? Cell phones is the devil. That's all I'm gonna say. I ain't that old. You feel me? I'm not that old, and I'm not that young. So I grew up in that time where wasn't no cell phones, and then cell phones became the thing. Cell phones is the devil. I'm gonna just tell you firsthand, because I was in both eras. They the devil. Salakia. You go ahead.
The man asked for her phone and then became more upset about her messaging someone else.
Right. Worry about somebody talking to somebody else. Man, it's so many women out here. Go get you some. Why you gotta be killing people? Killing little girls. They ain't had nothing to do with nothing. Her daughter ain't had nothing to do with nothing. Her mama just a hoe. Like, come on, man. Let's go ahead.
That's when the suspect ran back to the bedroom and fired 2 shots. He then came back and pointed the gun at the mother's face. And made her get on the ground.
So he didn't even really want to kill her. He just wanted to make her suffer. He wanted her to suffer while she was alive. Otherwise, he would have killed her. That's why he killed her daughter. Because he wanted her to feel his pain of her messing with another man. She only known him for 8 months. That's why we telling you sex is marriage. Because it don't take long to fall in love. It don't take long. You feel me? You just ask any brother you know that dealt with women, and they'll tell you it don't take long. You feel me? To fall in love. So she was with him for 8 months, and I know y'all like, oh, that ain't that long. Man, he was in love, man. He was sprung, whatever you want to call it, and he did some evil, wicked stuff. That's why we telling you sex is marriage. So you got to know who you having sex with before you do it, or you might end up with your daughter getting shot. You go ahead.
The suspect started shooting again, hitting the mother in the shoulder, and then he took off in his car. The mother ran to her daughters and found Kylie laying on the floor. She called 911. Sorrell's younger daughters were not injured. A GoFundMe account has been set up to help pay for funeral.
I bet you they ain't got no insurance. She doing all this hoeing, ain't got no insurance for them babies.
Jones' brother showed up at the scene and said he's been wrongfully accused and has an alibi.
I bet you he do. I would say the same thing if I was him.
He said Jones will surrender to the police later Tuesday. I'm asking the suspect to do the right thing and turn himself in, Finner said in a tweet. This is the second deadly shooting involving an innocent child in the Houston area in less than 24 hours.
Who? Less than what?
24 hours.
Dang. So this some Houston stuff down here. We might have called Captain Yachtazar. There's some stuff going. It's a spirit going on down there that is evil. They is killing kids. But yeah, though, the first article we brought out in the first part of the class was about Trouble, who had sex with a woman, who left her man within 1 week. So obviously, he was already committing adultery with her because he died in her home. And the only way you're going over a woman's house if you already know her. You're not going over her house if you just met her. Especially not sleeping in her bed. Maybe you might go over there to sit in the front and talk on the street, outside the car. But I doubt you going to go lay in the bed. And you only known her for a week. So they been committing adultery, which is a death penalty offense. So if I could, let's go to Matthews 22 and 36.
The book of Matthew, chapter 22, verse 36. Master, which is the great commandment in the law. Verse 37.
And it's funny, you know who asked him, it is the Sadducees and Pharisees, because they knew Christ, you feel me, was the Messiah. You go ahead.
Verse 37. Yahweh shall said unto him, Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart and all thy soul and with all thy mind.
Right, so that is the great commandment in the law. But watch what he say.
Verse 38. This is the first and great commandment.
Right.
Verse 39. And the second is like unto it.
The second is what?
like unto
So
it.
this second one, so loving the Lord, you feel me, is the first commandment. But this second one is just right there with it. It's really close. Go ahead.
Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
They should do what?
Love thy neighbor as thyself.
Love thy neighbor as thyself. Your neighbor, that's talking about your brother. That's talking about another Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. So guess what? So why have sex with a woman who just got out of a relationship? Why would you do that? Why would you have sex with a woman that's in a relationship? Would you want somebody to do you like that? Nah, you wouldn't. I don't care how tough you is, how many women you can pull. That don't mean nothing. The point is, would you want it to happen to you? No, you wouldn't. So why would you go have sex with another woman, you feel me, whose man you know is struggling? He trying to find a job, he trying to get right, but she's complaining to you. She complaining to you like, yeah, he don't want to get a job, he don't want to do right. I need a man, I need a good man with money. That's what he's supposed to done. Click. Hang up. If every brother would have hanged up on her, guess what she would have had to do? Fix that. Help him get on his feet. But no. Niggas is lustful. They like, oh, they taking advantage of that. And Trouble died because of it. Trouble is dead, just like many other Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians. Even if you wasn't the one to die, maybe your little homie died from the hood. They came through and trying to kill you because of what you did with this woman, but they hit your little homie outside on the block, you know, chilling. And so many people die because of this stuff, man. It's disgusting, man. We're going all the way to verse 40.
Verse 39, and the second is like unto it, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. Verse 40, on these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets.
Is what?
On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets.
So these two commandments is where all the laws come from and all the morals of the prophets come from. Loving the Lord, you feel me? And loving your neighbor as yourself, which is your brother, your sister. If he loved that sister for real, he would have did what this brother said to do. Hang up the phone. When she got to complaining about her man and he ain't got a job and she need a real man, and instead of running over there trying to get some box, that box killed him. Trouble is dead. He got kids, he got mamas, he got daddies, he got uncles, and Trouble is dead. He's dead because he didn't have no morals. Because he didn't love his brother as himself, man. Go ahead.
So like I said, if I could, that word neighbor, is that how you know it's not talking about a heathen, it's talking about your own people?
And it's talking about your own people.
Because he's quoting the Old Testament, right?
Yes, exactly. He's quoting Leviticus like all the prophets in the New Testament did, because they didn't have nothing else to read. We luckily have the New and the Old Testament. They only had the Old. So yes, they was quoting the Old Testament. In Leviticus, Moses said, love your neighbor as yourself. Because if you do, you're going to have morals. Because you ain't going to do the stuff you don't want done to you. I would hope. I would hope you're not going to do to somebody you wouldn't want done to you. Yeah, let's drop that and let's go to Ecclesiastes 9 and 16 in the Old Testament.
Salakia 9 and 16.
Come, yep. What's that?
Come, the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 9, verse 16. Then said I, wisdom is better than strength. Wisdom is better than strength.
Wisdom is better than strength, because Trouble tried to fight this man. He tried to fight this man and got killed. But if he would have been proactive, which means getting ready before trouble comes, that's his name, Trouble, too, that's crazy. I ain't trying to be funny, but I'm just saying, if Trouble would have been trying to get ready before the trouble came, wisdom would have been, what would it say?
Wisdom is better than strength.
It's better than strength. It's better than a weapon. It's better than a gun. Trouble having a gun on him would have not done any justice. Just like any other brother out here thinking that having a gun on you means you can have sex with another man's woman, man. The Lord will kill you. He will find a way. If it ain't by the husband, it's going to be a car crash. It's going to be overdosing off lean or Percocets. Because, you know, everybody don't overdose off lean and Percocets, but some people do. And you wonder like, I wonder why he died off it, but he didn't. the Lord will find a way to kill you, man. Wisdom is better than strength. Go ahead. We're going all the way to 18.
Come. Nevertheless, the poor man's wisdom is despised, and his words are not heard.
Oh yeah, the poor man's wisdom is despised. Well, we telling y'all right now, don't nobody want to hear this. Don't nobody want to hear what we saying. We poor. We ain't riding like trouble now. We ain't riding in Benzes and Bentleys like trouble now. So don't nobody want to listen to us QC the label. Don't nobody want to listen to us. They want to listen to the Migos and Offset with that nasty whole Cardi B Salakia. But I'm just saying, they don't want to listen to us. They want to listen to QC the label. And what the Bible say about us? Because it's talking about us.
The poor man's wisdom is despised.
It's despised. Commander Jehoiada wisdom that he's teaching everybody in every major city is despised. When it will save your goddamn life. Go ahead.
Verse 17. The words of the wise men are heard in quiet more than the cry of him that ruleth among fools.
Right. The word of the wise is heard in quiet. More than the ones among fools. You feel me? The ones among fools, they hearing all type of wickedness. You feel me? They not hearing wisdom. They hearing wickedness. Like, go have sex with another man's woman. Oh, sex is not marriage. We trying to tell y'all sex is marriage. Leave these women alone. If they dealing with another man, leave them alone. But it's not heard. It's not heard. They don't want to listen to us. They think we just playing. They see us on camera. You mean they see us on camera? What the hell are they talking about? What are they talking about? They got headpieces on, sunglasses on in their class. Like, what are they talking about, man? But y'all ain't understanding that this is the most high spirit we spreading, but y'all don't want to listen.
Verse 18. Wisdom is better than weapons of war.
Wisdom is better than weapons of war. If trouble would have had any wisdom, guess what trouble would have knew? I should not have sex with this woman because she has a man. But because she kicked him out, I feel like now I can come over the house now. Instead of her coming to my crib, I could just pull up in the Bentley in her crib. Stunting in front of all her neighbors like, look, my new man got a Bentley and he's dead. He's dead. So what did the Bentley matter now? Trouble. And all the other troubles out there. Because there's plenty of troubles out here. Trouble ain't the only one. There's plenty of troubles out here. They can't wait for a woman to finally kick her man out the house so he can pull up and walk around his drawers and drink at songs the kids need every Tuesday. You feel me? So they can watch cartoons. Go ahead.
If I could, so to bring up that old story, you said Benzes and Bentleys, I could pull up in the Bentley in the new crib. That's what got him marked.
For sure. I'm telling you, man, these rich people out here, man, this is not the kingdom of heaven. These rich people out here, man, are sinners. They sinners, man. That's why Christ said, can a rich man enter, and it'll be like into a camel enter into the eye of a needle. It'll be that hard for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of heaven. Because this is not the kingdom. And rich people, they want to have sex with women that's not single. You know how many women, you know why? Let me tell you why people want to have sex with women that's not single. Because it's easy. You know how hard it is to have sex with, you have to court a woman. You know how hard it is to have sex with a woman that's not, that, you feel me? She's 100% single. 100%. Don't got a man, baby daddy cool, he don't want her no more. It ain't no problems. You know how hard it is to deal with a woman like that? It is almost impossible because she know what she want and she done been destroyed by this last dude. So she vexing you on every little thing you do. I'm telling you. So it's easier to just have sex with a woman that just got a man. But that's also the way to death too. But that's why a lot of men have sex with women. That's why they want a woman that got a man. They don't want women that's single because they too hard. They're too hard. They ain't got enough game. They don't got enough game to deal with a woman that's single. They need a woman that's got a man that's going through something. But that's the end of that.
Lie, sir.
Oh, go ahead.
But one sinner destroyeth much good.
Right, one sinner destroys much good. Look how much, do you know how much he destroyed, man? This woman deleted all her Instagrams, all her social medias. She's scared for her life, her kids' life. His kids ain't got a father. His family don't have a cousin, a brother, or none, uncles, none of that no more, because he dead and gone. He was probably providing for the whole family. And one sinner destroyed much good. He destroyed everything because he wanted to have sex with a woman that had a man. When he should have just left that girl alone. He should have left that girl the hell alone, man. But you could drop that, go to Proverbs 6 and 32.
The book of Proverbs chapter 6, verse 32. But whoso committeth adultery with a woman lacketh understanding.
He did what?
Whoso committeth adultery with a woman lacketh understanding.
Lack of understanding, man. You don't even understand what you're doing. That's disgusting, man. All that semen swimming inside of her, and you just gonna put your rod in there? And this is back in Proverbs, when there wasn't no condoms. You feel me? Wasn't no condoms and all these shots you could take. Wasn't none of that. So you was really nasty for having sex with a woman that have sex with plenty other men, man. Go ahead.
He that doeth it destroyeth his own soul.
Where's trouble at? He's dead. He's dead. And I'm pretty sure the other man that killed Trouble, he probably was having sex with her when she was dealing with another man too. Ain't no coincidence. Ain't no coincidence he the one had to spend the rest of his life in jail. He spent the rest of his life in jail for killing Trouble, because when he met her, he was cheating. They was cheating. She had another baby dead. She say she got kids. They ain't never say they was his kids. So I'm pretty sure she was cheating with him too. And he destroyed his own soul. And it led to what? Spend the rest of his life in jail. Because he had to kill a man for doing the same thing he was doing. You go ahead. We're going all the way to 35.
Come. Verse 33. A wound and dishonor shall he get.
Mm-hmm.
And his reproach shall not be wiped away.
His shame shall not be wiped away. Have you seen the video of the man that killed Trouble when he was talking to the judge? Man, that was shameful. That was shameful. And I know his whole family is looking at him like, man, you are crazy. You just threw your life away for that hoe. I'm pretty sure his mom and them told him about her. I'm pretty sure his aunties, his friends told him, man, why you messing with her, man? That hoe, man. You know she ain't about nothing. He wasn't trying to hit. He wasn't trying to hit. So he had to kill a man when he found out he was laying in his bed.
Verse 34. For jealousy is the rage of a man.
Right, jealousy. Jealousy is the rage of a man. A man ain't got no place being jealous. You feel me? A man being jealous is like a lion. It's like a lion, you feel me, looking for prey. And that man, what did it say he did? He bust through the door, went in the house, beat the woman in the face, then shot Trouble in the head. That's what they say happened. I mean, because we reading the Bible, but we talking about stuff that's happening in 2022.
Therefore, he will not spare in the day of vengeance.
No, he ain't spare nobody. He didn't spare his own life. He didn't even take into accountability that he finna spend the rest of his life in prison. You feel me? Because of the rage of a man. He didn't even take accountability that he's finna spend the rest of his life in prison over some box. I'm pretty sure he could have met a badder female. It probably took him a couple months, but he would have met a badder female, man. A badder one than her. You go ahead.
Verse 35. He will not regard any ransom.
Oh, no, I'm pretty sure Trouble tried to reason with him. I bet you he did that day. I bet he talked big stuff on the phone. Man, that nigga, man, come holler at me. Holler at the boss. I'm riding in Ben's truck. And then that day, he probably tried to reason with him. That's why they're talking about ransom. You know, ransom is when you try to reason with somebody. And I promise you, dude wasn't trying to hit none of that. And Trouble lost his life.
Neither will he rest content though thou givest many gifts.
Yeah, they probably try to offer him all type of stuff. Baby, no, it's just one night. Baby, no, I don't really love him. No, baby, stop. Ooh, trouble. No, I don't know her like that, G. Hey, let me up out of here, man. I ain't do. Nah, it's over with. You dead. Beat her up. You dead. Now he locked up. And it's all over lack of brotherhood. Trouble knew this. But if he looked at that brother like himself, this would have never happened. All Trouble had to do was look at that brother like himself. Like, what if I fell down on my luck? What if my music stopped selling? What if the drugs stop moving and I lose money? Now I'm poor. But I want somebody to be able to creep up in my bed? No, I won't. And that's all Trouble had to do. But he didn't, and he lost his life because of it. So you could drop that, go to Romans 7, 2, and 3.
The book of Romans chapter 7, verse 2. For the woman which hath an husband is bound by the law to her husband so long as he liveth.
Mm-hmm. So sex being marriage, this woman was bound to that man that killed Trouble and beat her up forever, long as he lived. That was hers. You feel me? She was his, he was hers, as long as he lived. But she was taking on a white man's philosophy, which is death. And sex ain't marriage. It's a piece of paper. And she got somebody killed for it. And could have got herself killed, just like the other woman. The story we read about with the other woman, whose daughter died. Her daughter died because she wanted to commit adultery. You go ahead.
But if the husband be dead, she is loose from the law of her husband.
Right. The only way she can have sex with another man if her husband dies.
Verse 3. So then if, while her husband liveth, she be married to another man, she should be called an adulteress.
Right. You can't, women can't commit adultery. It's in the New Testament. A woman can't commit adultery. You can't do it. It ain't saying nothing about a man. What is saying about a man? Oh, a man found another girl. He did this. He wrong for that. No. You won't find that. You're not going to find it. But it clearly says what a woman does. Woman commit adultery.
But if her husband be dead, she is free from that law, so that she is no adulteress, though she be married to another man.
Right. So adultery is when a woman, you hear me? When a woman has sex with another man. That's how a woman commits adultery. When she has sex with another man. A man cannot commit adultery. You feel me? The only way he could commit adultery if he leave her. If he leave her to deal with another woman, then that's adultery. But if he stays with her, it's not adultery. He just got him another woman. And that's what women got to understand, man. So yeah, you could drop that and go to Ezekiel 23 and 37. Yeah, because women, you can't commit adultery. That's one thing women don't understand. I mean, when you can commit adultery, that's not what I'm saying. You can commit adultery. But I'm saying like a man can't commit adultery by just, you feel me, having sex with another woman.
Salakia, 23, 27?
Yep, Ezekiel 23 and 37.
37. The book of Ezekiel, chapter 23, verse 37. That they have committed adultery, and blood is in their hands. And with their idols have they committed adultery, and have also caused their sons.
Come on, Salah, let me get that with you. Read it from the top again.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 23, verse 37. They that have committed adultery, and blood is in their hands.
Right, the blood is on your hands. You that committed adultery, that woman that chose to have sex with Trouble, the blood is on her. That's why she deleted her Instagrams and her Facebook. That woman that committed adultery in Houston, her daughter died because of it. The blood is on her. The Bible says that it's written 2,000 years ago. It's talking about what women was going to be doing right now. Go ahead.
And with their idols they have committed adultery, and have also caused their sons, whom they bear unto me.
Right. So with the idols, that's where it starts with. It starts with the idols. You worshiping white Jesus. These philosophies of the white man. These philosophies, sex not being marriage. That's an idol. That's an idol because that is the philosophy of white Jesus. Sex not being marriage. When sex is marriage, and you're supposed to stay with that man until you die. But instead, you take on the philosophies of the idols, which is white Jesus, which say you can do whatever you want to do. And now people are dying because of it. Go ahead.
To pass for them through the fire to devour them.
Right, through the fire. This is the trouble being shot is fire. That little girl that died in Houston because her mother was a hoe, that was fire. That's the fire that they being passed through because of adultery.
Verse 38. Moreover, this they have done unto me. They have defiled my sanctuary in the same day and have profaned my Sabbaths.
Right, man. You defiled the sanctuary, the temple, man. You feel me? All this sin and this wickedness, man, you defiling yourself. You feel me? The sanctuary, you know what that's in you. You feel me? The temple, that's in you. The Bible said the Most High don't dwell in temple made with hands. He dwelling in you. So you committing all this sin and this abomination, man. You're going to pay for it, one or the other. You might not die, but your daughter might. Or the man you was having sex with might. Or you might catch AIDS and both of y'all die. Come on, man, stop it. Starts with religion, man. Starts with religion. You committing abominations and adultery with these idols, man, your sons might die for it. Because you taking on the philosophies of these idols. And your sons, your daughters might die because of it, man. Yeah, you could drop that and go to 1 Corinthians 15 and 33.
Come. The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 15, verse 33. Be not deceived. Evil communication corrupt good manners.
Right. Evil communication. Bad company ruins good morals. You having the wrong people around you can ruin good morals. And I'm pretty sure both of these women and these articles we brought out had bad people around them that was telling them to leave this man. You can find you a better one, and the whole time you end up getting people murdered. You're getting people killed. The blood is on your hands, man. Go ahead, we're going all the way to 34.
Come. Verse 34. Awake to righteousness and sin not.
Right, awake to righteousness. Stop committing all this adultery, man. If a man fall off money-wise, just help him get back up. The Bible say a woman's supposed to be a helpmate, not a man be a helpmate. Help him get back on his goddamn feet. Why the hell you having sex with a rapper for? This nigga don't want you. This nigga trying to get some box. He want to have another woman on his line to be able to have sex with whenever he feel like it, man. This nigga don't want you. Trouble didn't want you. You feel me? If anybody watching the stream, tell the woman, DM her and say, Trouble didn't want you. So like, he didn't want you, man. You were just some box. And you got him killed, man. That's why she deleted her Instagram and all that. Because she knew that. She thought he was going to wife her. No, stop it. Come on, man. Stop it.
For some have not the knowledge of God.
They don't. That's why we out here teaching. ISUPK and Commander Hunter. That's why we out here teaching the truth. Because don't nobody got the knowledge of God. They don't know nothing. And we telling them to awake to righteousness, man. If you black, Hispanic, or Native Indian.
I speak this to your shame.
Right, your shame. This is shameful. All this stuff going on is bringing more shame to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians because you want to be a hoe. Because you want to be a slut. You bringing more shame to our nation, man. Come on, man, stop it. Yeah, if I could, you could drop that and go to Revelations 21 and 8.
Come, the book of Revelation, chapter 21, verse 8. But the fearful and unbelieving and the abominable and murderers, and whoremongers.
And the who?
And whoremongers.
And the whoremongers. Trouble was a whoremonger. You have sex with another man's woman, you are a whoremonger.
And sorcerers.
Drug dealers.
And idolaters.
White Jesus.
And all liars.
I ain't got a man. I'm single.
Shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone.
And you will have part in the lake of fire. That's why that woman's daughter is dead. Because she committed adultery. Trouble is dead because this woman wanted to commit adultery. And he was a whoremonger. And the other man, ain't no telling what he done. So he's a murderer. Ain't that what that said? I ain't lying, am I? What it say? But the fearful, the unbelieving, and the abominable, and murderers. And murderers. All these three, this is a love triangle. What happened with Trouble, the woman, and the man that killed Trouble. It was a love triangle. He was a murderer. She was a whore. He was a whoremonger. Love triangle. And the Most High in Christ say they were gonna burn in the lake of fire. That's what the Bible said. I ain't saying it. The Bible said this was gonna happen.
Which is the second death.
Which is the second death. Because you had a time to die first. The first death is when you find out about the truth and you change your life. But if you don't get there, you ain't get that far, well, you're going to meet the second death, which is physical. It ain't in old age, 60, 70 years old, 80 years old. It's going to be when you young and you think you at your peak. I bet Trouble, that young woman, and the guy, they killed them, thought they was at their peak. Just like the ones in Houston. The woman, dude, they all thought they was at their peak. The child didn't even get the peak yet, and she died. That's death. Death ain't when you 80, 90 years old and you just fall off the face of the earth because of the simple fact you old. Death is when you die in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s for something that wasn't supposed to happen. But yeah, you could drop that and go to Judges 17 and 6.
The book of Judges, chapter 17, verse 6. In those days, there was no king in Israel.
And there's no king of Israel. Israel is blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And right now, there's no king. We don't have a king. Our king is on his way back. Christ, a black man. He's on his way back. But right now, he's not here. We don't have a king right now. All we got is Commander General, the generals, captains, officers, and the troopers, and the sisters, and the ISUPK, and the Commander General. But as a government, we don't have a king. Otherwise, these people in the world would listen to us and follow us, or they would die because of it. Go ahead.
But every man did that which was right in his own eyes.
So because there's no judgment for sin, there's no death, destruction, or all the stuff the law says is supposed to happen to you for you sinning, being an adulterer or adulteress. Everybody doing what their eyes tell them to do. Women, men, they all just doing whatever. Dwayne Wade telling his son to be a faggot. All type of stuff is just going on. But when Christ come back, the true king of the earth, people are going to die. They're going to die, man. They're going to be beat into submission. The same way the white man beat you into submission. The same way the white man beat you into homosexuality, beat you into Christianity, beat you into slavery. Christ's going to come back and do the goddamn same thing. It's just this time it's going to be righteous. This time it's going to be righteous. Read that one more time.
The book of Judges, chapter 17, verse 6. In those days there was no king in Israel, but every man did that which was right in his own eyes.
Right, and that's evilness. Book of Jeremiah say, your own heart deceive you. In the book of Jeremiah, it says that, paraphrasing, the heart is deceivable above all things. So if you doing what's right in your own eyes, good luck. Salakia. Good luck. Good luck. So you could drop that. Let's go to Ecclesiastes 7:28.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 28. Which yet my soul seeketh, but I find not. One man among 1,000 I have found.
Right, one man out of 1,000 have I found. Now, this is a metaphor for saying about righteousness, morals, morality. Out of 1,000 men. Now, this is not specific, but it's just saying it's going to take a long time of looking before you find a righteous man. But you will find them. You keep digging between the rocks, the clefts, you feel me? Going to and fro all around the city. Eventually, you're going to find them. If not, the Lord sent them to you, you're going to find them.
But a woman among all those I have not found.
It's going to be so hard to find a righteous woman. It's going to be almost impossible. So if you do find a righteous woman, hold on to her. You feel me? Now I don't mean turn to a simp, but I'm just saying. You feel me? You keep her, man. Don't throw her away or nothing like that. Don't throw her away. You keep her. Because it's going to be hard to find a righteous woman, man. Think about since you was 18 years old. All the women you had sex with since you was 18. Where they at right now? Where they at? I bet you don't even know. So if you think this scripture is a game, think about since you was 18 years old. How many women you had sex with? What the fuck are they? Nowhere to be found. You didn't even try to latch on to them because you knew they wasn't worth shit. You knew it. So you didn't even try to make any effort to keep them. Because this is what the Bible said was going to happen in these days. Out of 1,000 men, I found one. Out of 1,000 women, I have found none. It's going to be rough, man, in these times, man. Even with women outnumbering us at such a high rate. It's going to be rough finding you a woman that you can trust, man. So you got you a good woman, man, don't ever play around and just treat it like it's a light thing. It's not. Feel me? It's not. But yeah, you can drop that and go to Ecclesiasticus and Apocrypha 25 and 23.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 25, verse 23. A wicked woman abateth the courage, maketh a heavy countenance and a wounded heart.
Abative, that means decrease. A wicked woman decrease the courage. See what I'm saying? You meet you a righteous woman and you playing crazy because you want to be a whoremonger or whatever the hell you want to do. You just an evil bastard. You crazy. You got you a righteous sister and you out here looking for another sister. Man, good luck. That's all I'm going to say. You done met you one of these virtuous women and you out here looking for another one. Hey, good luck. That's all I'm saying. It ain't nothing lawful, but I'm just saying good luck. That's all I'm going to tell you.
A woman that will not comfort her husband in distress maketh weak hands and feeble knees.
Right. And that's what you're going to end up running into. We're going all over to 24.
Verse 24. Of the woman came the beginning of sin.
Right. Of the woman came the beginning of sin. Of the woman came the beginning of sin. That's why trouble is dead. That's why that woman's in Houston daughter is dead. And that's why so many black men, women, and children are dead. Because of the woman came the beginning of sin. I know that women say men ain't shit. Men ain't nothing. The Bible says different. The Bible says because of the woman is the beginning of sin. And what happens because of the woman is the beginning of sin?
And through her, we all die.
The children?
We all die.
The men?
We all die.
Even the women?
We all die.
We all die because of the woman's sins and lust for power and rulership, which is never gonna happen. You ain't gonna do nothing but get people killed. You ain't gonna do nothing but get people killed. That's all a woman's gonna do. That's all she's gonna do. She's gonna think she's doing some big bag and mighty, and she ain't gonna do nothing but get somebody murdered, man. That's all a woman is gonna do. That's why you meet you a righteous woman, man, you better keep her. Because it ain't too many of them out here, man. You feel me? It's not. Just think about all the women you dealt with since you was 18. And that'll be the proof in the pudding. So you can drop that and go to Job 39 and 17.
The book of Job, chapter 29.
Salaki, 39 and 17. Salaki, my bad.
39, verse 17. Because God have deprived her of wisdom.
God did what?
Deprived her of wisdom.
God made the woman stupid. Salakia. That don't mean you can't be a neurosurgeon or RN or all this other stuff they be proud of. But as far as emotionally and making decisions in life, he made the black woman stupid. Made all women stupid. All women are stupid and dumb because God did it. Otherwise, you would kill hundreds of thousands of people every day. You're already killing 500,000 a year in the abortion clinic. That ain't stupid. I don't know what else is. But imagine if the Most High made y'all smart. You know how many more people would die because of your emotions? Trouble is nothing. That woman's daughter that died in Houston is nothing compared to how many people would die if the woman had any sense. You feel me? The Most High deprived you of wisdom. Go ahead.
Neither have he imparted to her understanding.
Neither have he imparted to you understanding. You being able to understand and make decisions wisely. You feel me? The Most High did that because it'll be more people dying. It'll be way more people dying than it already is right now. Because of you. You feel me? And this ain't no disrespect to our women. The Most High did this for a reason. Because we not equal. We not equal. He didn't want to make us equal, man. But yeah, last scriptures. Let's go to Proverbs 7 and 25.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 7, verse 25. Let not thy heart decline to her ways. Go not astray in her paths.
Right, man. I'm telling you, man. Better not go away astray in her path. You're going to end up dead. You're going to be like trouble. Or your daughter is going to get shot by your baby mama's new boyfriend in the head, like what happened in Houston that we brought out. Are we going on to 27?
Verse 26. For she hath cast down many wounded.
Mm-hmm.
Yea, many strong men have been slain by her.
Many strong men been slain by her, man. You thought you was the man. And she gonna take you down. You thought you was winning. I pull her. Hey, look at her. I pull her. You see me? I did that thing. You look up. She killed your baby in an abortion clinic. Or you done got shot or killed over her. You feel me? Many people have been slain because of her.
Verse 27. Her house is the way to hell.
Her house is the way to hell. They told you hell was under the ground, devil, pitchfork, all that. That's what they told you. The so-called white man told you that. But the black man in the ISUPK and the Commander in Honda, the true priest of the Lord, is telling you hell is on earth. And you get you the wrong sister, the wrong woman, you gonna go through it. What, a child support? You feel me? Custody battles, all that stuff. It's hell. You feel me? Your children calling somebody else daddy. That's hell, man.
Going down to the chambers of death.
That's right. Going down to the chambers of death. That's exactly what could happen. But if I could, pass a class with a precinct officer 50 or more, read the security announcements.
ISUPK security announcements. Well, the ISUPK started out at 1 West 125th Street Hall, New York. Rule for new brother sister: when a new brother sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves in the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother sister has interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. Another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, a commandment Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8-10. A tenth in the Hebrew, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Priest fund, free will offering, not mandatory, whatever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocation.
We got the memorial of blowing of trumpets, Sunday, September 25th. Be there.
That will do us courtesy salute to the teacher. Majum Shabbat, Majum, Barak, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabbat. Class